Okay, and we're back. I'm so sorry, guys. That I was trying to press stop sharing, and I pressed stop broadcasting. My bad. But we're back. Okay, so we were talking to Tonya. What are you up to, Tonya?
Oh, well, we just got back from Disney World. My mom and my daughter, Madeline. The three of us went over there, and we had a really good time. So Madeline had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Okay, I've never been to Disney World, but is Disney World, I know there's like 50 different things. There's, a bunch of different things to go to that are all encompass Disney World, right? So what did you go to?
So we went to Magic Kingdom. That's the main one. That's like we spent 2 days there.
Okay.
That's like the main one. And we went to Hollywood Studios. And what else did we do? Now I'm going to draw a blank. We did not go to Epcot or not Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom. So, but I heard that there's a really good, is it Avatar ride over there that I want to do next time. And I definitely want to go over to Universal Studios next time and do all the Harry Potter stuff. So I've heard that's a lot of fun too.
We went to, I've only seen a couple Harry Potters, but we did go to Universal Studios when Steve's niece came to town. And it was really cool. It was neat. And ours, we're in California, so we've got the other one, but ours doesn't have as many rides as yours does, apparently. So I think there were only like 2, maybe 3 rides in the Harry Potter part, but it was just so cute in there. Everything was just like you're living in a cartoon. It was so neat, even though it wasn't cartoony, but it was neat.
Yeah,
it was really
I love
neat.
that kind of stuff.
I've never done anything Disney related. Like, we didn't do that like when I was a kid. It was like, too expensive. And then as an adult, like, I'm just now getting to the point in my life that I have some money to actually take vacation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like this close. So I think next year we might try Disney. Is that like some kind of badge that we get as an adult that it's like, oh,
yes,
you can take an actual planned vacation? That I think that's like
that's true.
Yeah, like I know 10 years ago, I don't think I could have. Okay. Oh, speaking of vacation. So me and Mother went to San Antonio like 11 years ago. And the only reason why we got to go was because I was really irresponsible with some extra money that I won at bingo. I won bingo. I've only won bingo one time, and I won $750. And so we ended up going to San Antonio and totally spent $750. Even though, like,
that's awesome.
And that was like the one time like that I actually like went somewhere and like frivolously just spent money on things that I didn't need. Like let's go to Ripley's. Let's go to the Guinness Book of World Records thing. Let's go here. So yeah, but we actually got to go this last Saturday because we were celebrating my birthday and he wanted to go again. So we went on Saturday. We were gonna spend the night, but I wanted to go home because we had Maria with us, which as an adult going to like the Riverwalk and stuff, I mean, it's very alcohol oriented there at night.
It really is, yeah.
It's almost like just outdoor by the water bars. They're restaurants, but I mean, that's all that people are really they're doing,
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is just really not the scene like after dark for like us to. How tacky would it be? Like we're just dragging this 10-year-old with us, watching the book. And we're like, another margarita, so
right.
I was like, we're going to have to come back, another time, without Maria and stay like at the hotel right on the river. They're only like $175, $200. I can't believe I just said that out of my mouth. They're only $200.
For what?
But to stay in the really nice hotels right on the water, right on the Riverwalk, where you literally just like leave your restaurant or wherever you are and just walk into your hotel.
They have some nice ones, and whenever we went, we had definitely left before it got dark.
Yeah, I mean, it really does turn into like you can see as soon as it starts getting dark, where the people with kids kind of start leaving and the people start coming down the stairs all dressed up and like doing their
dates.
We were so surprised. Mother was talking about it. He's like, where were all the police? And I was like, there really weren't. Like in Austin on 6th Street where all the clubs and bars are, I mean, there's police everywhere. They are everywhere. And I think we saw one guy. Like,
Wow.
we saw one. I'm like, are they all undercover, like just dressed in jeans and t-shirts or what? Because I was expecting tons and tons of police, and no.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you said that. Maybe they were undercover or something.
Mm-hmm. But
maybe nobody acts up down there.
There's way too much alcohol and really small sidewalks. It's like 4 feet and then like water.
Yeah, they are pretty small.
I can't imagine that there's not like a huge amount of ruckus.
Some drownings?
Well, the water's only like 4 feet or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so if you fall in, like if you drowned, it's because you couldn't stand back up.
You're that drunk. Okay.
So how have things been going for you, Steph? I know you had your grandson with you, and then what else did y'all do? You did something.
We have 2 of our grandsons with us right now. We have 2 only, but Hudson's in town from Texas, and so with Adriana, and so we have been going. Well, actually, is it tomorrow? Tomorrow we're going to breakfast and playing at some fun thing, and then the next day we're going to the zoo. And then the next day we're going up to this place I've never been to called Oak Glen. And I guess they've got pies and all kinds of stuff. It's like one of those fun, pies is what stood out, I don't know.
That's what I would remember.
But there's pie. Yeah. So we're going to go do that. So that's going to be fun. And then we're going to Tennessee. Steve, we're leaving on Saturday. So we're going to miss 2 stews if you do them two weeks in a row.
Wow.
We're going to miss 2. But we're going to Tennessee, and we're driving there because we're bringing our dog, and he's getting old and blind and deaf, and so we just aren't going to leave him anymore the rest of his life. So we're bringing him. So it takes us 3 days to drive there and 3 days back, and we're only staying a couple days when we go to see Steve's parents, and then we're going to hit Texas on the way back and see Steve's daughter for 1 day and then head on home. So it's kind of going to be a fast trip, but most of it's driving.
A lot of travel. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah. All right, so Tonya, I know I saw that you went all garage selling this weekend, right? Like you got back from Disney and then you're just like popping up videos like, look at the jewelry I just bought and look at this, and I'm going shopping, and I'm like, whoa, it takes me like so long to recover from things like that. You're just like,
Tonya has that fear of missing out though. Tonya has to just think
I do have FOMO
stuff she's missing. Yeah.
Yes, I do.
She's like, somebody's buying all my jewelry.
Yeah, but I don't know. Now I have competition, right? Because my buddy, he's always there whenever I'm there. And he
needs to move.
Yeah, he gets the jars a lot before me. So it's like an unsaid rule. Whoever shows up first and standing in front of the door, they're going to get the jar if there is one. Ugh. So, and some mornings, I just don't care. I get there at like 5 till, and then some mornings I'm like, that's it. I'm going to be first. I'm there at 8:30.
Now, is he your friend that you've made from the store?
Yeah,
or is he
but he's a shopper, so he doesn't work there. He's a shopper, and he's a little bit older than me, and he's extremely knowledgeable. He's taught me so much. I've really learned a lot from him. Okay. So he's a really good friend. We just both like jewelry. Okay, but yesterday after he left, God, I hope he's not watching. Let me see. Let me screen share. So I found these. Wonder which window it is. I can never remember. Okay, I think it's this one. No, it's this one. Okay, hang on. Okay. Did y'all see it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So I picked up this little bag here. I saw the gold earrings, and I put my the magnet on my key ring, and it didn't stick. So I opened it up and I took a closer look, and it said 14 karat gold. So I was super excited about that.
Wow.
Yeah, and then once I got them home, I weighed them, and they the value is about $100. But I am going to keep these for myself because I have real 10 karat gold little hoop earrings, but not big like this. So, and I'm a fan of the hoop earrings, so I want to keep these for me.
Wow.
$100.
Yeah. Just spray paint some hoops you like.
I heard somebody talking on NPR, it was like day before yesterday or last week, something. Okay, so Bruce Springsteen, I think, is going to be on Broadway. and it's only like 1,000 people can go. And the tickets were like $400, and they were the reporter was talking to his friend who actually ended up getting 2 tickets, and his friend didn't want to look to see how much they were worth, because he said that if you know how much something is worth and it's more than what you paid for it, and you know somebody would buy it for that cost, then it's like you spent that much money on it because you're not selling it to get it.
I do feel that way.
And so his friend was like, I don't want to know, because I would never spend more than what I spent on these. It was already expensive at $400. Well, they were selling for like $4,000. So 10 times what he paid for them.
Oh my gosh.
And so essentially it's like, you know, they were explaining that, well, it's like he paid that much for them because he could sell them for that price. Yeah. How do you feel about that? Do you like, does that relate to you when you're like, oh, I'm going to keep this? I see people a lot of times, they buy things, oh, I can sell it for this, but I'm going to keep it for myself because I really like it. I only paid $5 for it. But it's really like you paid the money for it because you could have sold it. It would have sold.
Yeah. I really hadn't thought about that till you said it. A lot of times
Tonya's like, dang it, Deb.
A lot of times what I'll do is I might keep something for a few months, and, you know, then once the excitement has worn off, then I'll go ahead and sell it, right?
I think that's the part about buying used stuff, because it's already used. You could keep using it.
Exactly. The value isn't going down. Like the Bruce Springsteen concert tickets or whatever. The night that shows, that money's gone. So, but at least Connie's earrings, she's still going to hold the value in 10 years if somebody, you know, if she decides to sell them or something. Or maybe not hold the value,
and then
but
I can pass them. Pass them down to Madeline, whatever, you know. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, because it still has a value. It's not like something new that turns used, or something that is an event and it goes away. So.
And I think it's always good to have things on hand that are valuable besides, you know, cash, right?
Yeah.
Because you never know in the end times.
Yeah, and other than just gold coins, I mean, you at least have something you can wear. That's exciting. You got jewelry. That's fun.
Okay, I'm going to share one more thing. So I picked this up yesterday too. It's this really big watering pitcher, but it's like 10, and I paid $5.99 for it. But I'm going to put $49.99 on it in my antique booth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you look up comps or something? How'd you know on that one?
I've sold them before.
Okay.
How much are they?
Well, I'm going to put it in my booth. I'm going to put $49.99 on it.
What are people doing? Why are they buying that for $50? It's so funny when you're like a reseller. You're astounded by certain things people will pay good money for, like a watering can.
I'm trying to look them up right now. Oh, I sold something! Yay!
Yay!
Oh, I'm thinking, we all got a drink, but this is the wrong show.
Oh wow, they do sell and plus shipping. Wow. Okay, let me share. Let me share and hopefully not stop the broadcast.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's not start over again. Okay. Look at the cans.
Wow.
$59 plus shipping. This guy doesn't know how to ship because he's charging $41. Yeah, look at those. I bet you there's a ton of those cans.
New.
Yeah.
Wow.
I bet you there's a ton of them like around me because we're like in the country, you know.
And this was
tiny. Look at how small that one is. It's little.
Yeah. And this was one of those things to where I literally got it off of the cart when they rolled it out. So it wasn't even sitting there very long.
I'll have to.
I never would have even looked at that. Ever. Would have thought of it ever. I don't know why. I would never have even looked.
They use shabby chic. You can't use shabby chic. That's trademarked.
You can't?
No, that's a brand. Shabby chic is you can't use it as a adjective. Interesting. All right,
Those are cool.
Stop sharing, not stop broadcasting. Okay, look at that. Okay. What about you, lady? Did you guys get any new palettes? How often
we have
do you
not
get palettes?
that's the thing is we know we're going on vacation. We kind of get them as they get a big pile of them in. Like if our sales guy goes, hey, we got a big pile coming in. It's not posted yet. It's going to post at 2 or whatever. Then we'll hop on and just start scouring them. So we know we're getting in early, you know, once they post them. But right now we're trying to clear out our storage unit because what we really, 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 really want is Christmas returns. Those are awesome because a lot of them are never even opened. It's just they just return them. You know, they got 2 of these, they didn't want it, or it's used once. You know, those are the ones you want. So but that's a long ways to go. I mean, still is a couple months before the Christmas returns would even be there, but that's what we really want to have the space for. So I don't know. And we're going out of town for 2 weeks or however long it's going to be, week and a half. So I don't know. We still have a bunch of stuff to go through, so much. So we're going to try to just squeak through, and maybe we'll hit our death pile stuff that we have not listed on eBay and actually list some eBay stuff, which would be shocking. You know, we haven't done it in so long, but we do them here and there, like parts and stuff I'll throw in there. But I have a huge pile of parts I need to sell. I need to start going through them and selling them. So just like your parts that you showed there with your pictures, we sell so much of that stuff, or we can. Right now, since we do pallets and it's the same kind of stuff on them over and over, we just steal from our parts pile. So if something comes in, it's missing a lid, I've probably got that lid over there with one that was DOA, you know, so we just kind of steal. So, or a lot of the knobs are kind of, you know, they have the same back on them. So if you know, or a teapot or something, it's missing the lid or the little knob, I can steal a lid from a different one, stick it on there. Not a lid, but a knob. There's things that you can get creative and steal parts from and save your item. So I hate to use everything, you know, and sell it all off if we're still going to continue to get this Macy's stuff. But, you know.
Oh, you just said it.
Hey, I'm seeing it on your channel. But yeah, the stuff that we have is from Macy's. But what I wanted to tell you guys, this was really, really exciting. We just shared it on our live that we had today on our channel that we did this morning. But we, okay, Steve found this new app. We sell mainly on OfferUp, Garage Sale, Facebook Marketplace. Those are our 3 that we sell on all the time. And Facebook has surpassed OfferUp right now. I don't know what's gone on, but Facebook is just booming for local sales for us for some reason. I don't know. But Steve found this new app, and it's called AdYoyo. And,
AdYoyo?
AdYoyo. And it's a video-based app. So say you're selling a car, you put it on there, and you can walk around the car and take a video of it, you know, and explain it. This is this or this is that. So Steve has been, it's really new. So there's not a lot of things on there yet, but he thinks it's going to be the new way, you know, the new selling way. And he's having so much fun. My husband's a goofball. And so he's putting on items. And I caught him the other day when he was doing one. He's only done maybe like 6. But he listed something, and I heard him in the other room doing this British accent. And he's doing a British accent as he's listing the item because it's more fun, you know, it'll sell better or whatever. And then he did one as Dracula. He did one as, I mean, he's having so much fun doing them. So, but each time that he's been posted them, they're having a little contest for $500 giveaway for an American Express. Oh. So you just have to do hashtag, I can't remember what the phrase was. So he put it on all of our ads that he put on there. And a lot of the things with the funny accents, those are sold, but not through the app, but through other, you know, local channels. But we won yesterday.
Did you?
We won
really?
the $500. Yes.
Congratulations.
We won $500.
Wow.
I know. And we thought it was a scam. We were like, I don't know. Cause you know, I enter contests all the time. I love it. And I'll do surveys. I'm totally one of those people that will write reviews or whatever. I love it. And so we actually won it, and we were so skeptical, just thinking, what is this really real? Is everybody winning? And then you get there and it's like, you know, you got to go to a timeshare thing or you get sucked into something. But I think it's legitimate. I think we actually really did win. So
that's awesome.
We won $500.
That's awesome. So did you say American Express, or it's from the AdYoyo?
It's AdYoyo, but they were giving away a $500 American Express gift card.
Oh, wow. That's exciting. You guys can use it on your trip, huh?
I know. I don't think it'll get here in time, but we just had to put new tires on the truck today. So that spin it all, basically. When it comes in, I mean, it's gone. We spent over $500 to put the cheapest tires on the truck. So stupid. I hate wasting money on stuff like that.
Oh yeah, but you only totally need them to make your.
That's what I was thinking.
I know.
Right?
The thing is, though,
replace them every couple of years. I know everybody's like, "Oh, it's so expensive," but I mean, like we've had the same tires on our truck for like 5 years.
I know. Yeah. It's just that we hate that truck. The truck is we need to sell it, get rid of it, and so we hate putting anything into it at all because it's just awful. It's awful. So I hate wasting money because we do want to sell it, but we need a truck still, so it hasn't happened. But you know, I just hate wasting money on stuff. Or like if your transmission goes out, you're just like, I don't want to spend money on this.
Yeah.
You want to spend it on a vacation.
Yes.
But it happens. So that was a blessing. We're excited. Got our $500.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so weekend before last, I went to a box sale. My uncle's wife, so my aunt, they're funny. Like they got married when they were like 19, and then they got divorced. And then they all went on with their lives and they did all kinds of different stuff. And then they got married again at like 73.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
But anyway, she sent me a message on Facebook and was like, hey, are you going to the garage sale they're having downtown? And I'm like, probably not. And she's like, well, they're doing, everything's half off. And then at 3 o'clock, they're doing like this box sale. And I was like,
what is that?
Yeah, that was basically. And I wasn't doing anything that day. And I was like, come on, Maria, let's just go. You know, it was like Sunday. And I normally don't do stuff like that because I have really bad anxiety about things that I haven't done before, which kind of pretty much excludes me from doing anything because I haven't done very much. And so, if I can't like look it up and see pictures from like last year's event and video of like what happened and this and that, I won't go. You know, if there's not like a map of where I need to park and how I need to get there and how I'm getting out, I won't go. So anyway, I went because I've been working on that. And we got there, it was like 2:40. And apparently like everybody been standing in line since 2 o'clock. And because they closed it at 2 to get ready for the box sale. And you could essentially, here's how it worked. They did it really smart. They had these boxes. They had big ones that were like probably 24 by 24 by 24. And then they had ones that were like half that size. So they were big, but they were shallow. And the big ones were $10 and the small ones were $5. But you had to buy the boxes before you even got inside while you were standing in line. And you weren't allowed to buy more boxes once you were in there. You had to go back outside to buy boxes and come back in again. So they were trying to make, that was really fair. Like that was a really fair way to do it, right? Because otherwise the people that were in the front of the line could have just like went inside, pushed stuff in their boxes, bought another box, put more stuff in their boxes. You know what I mean? Like instead they made them where if they only got as many boxes as they bought, which you could only carry one anyway because they were too big. Yeah. And then you had to leave to get another box. So it was totally fair. Well, anyway, I didn't think I was going to get anything because I got the boxes. Well, I paid for them. They gave you tickets. And then by the time we got in line, through the line, it had already been like half an hour. So I was like, there's not going to be anything in there. Well, actually, there was. And I ended up, the first thing I saw was like this table of plush. So I ended up throwing this in my box. This was the first thing in my box. Was a little hidden Mickey bear. And this one's actually a pre-Duffy. He's not a Duffy bear. He doesn't say Duffy on his tag. But they're not worth as much money as they used to be. But considering I paid like no dollars for him, I'm good with it. And then I've got a whole bunch of other stuff like appliance parts and some shoes and I don't know, just all kinds of different things. But it was really interesting to just kind of experience it. So I know for next year, I'm going to go early so that way I know how everything's set up. Yeah. I didn't even know what it looked like before I went inside. Like I didn't even know it was there. I didn't know it was there at 2 when they closed to know it was there at 3 when they opened.
So you had to pay for your box and then you had to pay for the stuff you put in your box?
No, you just paid for your box and you just put whatever you wanted in there.
Man, I like that. Did they have jewelry?
They did, but that would have been like the first person.
I'd be like,
yeah. Tonya's like,
you can fit a lot in a box.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have had to have literally been like the first person. Like you would have needed to leave and like be the first person in line and know exactly where the jewelry was.
And was there a lot of stuff to throw in your box?
Yes, there was a lot of stuff in there. I mean, it was everything. So it was our entire like event center downtown.
Oh.
And I mean, they had it all divided up by holiday, toys, clothes, shoes, crafting, like housewares and kitchen, electronics, glassware, sporting goods. I mean, it was all completely divided up. They had like so many pictures. Like people were putting like trying to fit picture frames into their boxes, and it was cuckoo birds. But yeah, I had a really good time. I got a really bad headache while I was doing it because like too much stuff was going on. So my adrenaline was like, oh. I was like, I gotta
It's stressful right before a sale like that because you want to get there early, you want to get in line, and the parking might be difficult. Oh my gosh, my dogs! I'm so sorry.
So, and then I've been doing a little bit of shopping. I've been very much following the policy that I had, where I was only going to buy things if I kind of knew they were worth money. I'm getting out of this thing of where I'm just, I got to look everything up and spend 4 hours in a store. I'm really working on just like, okay, that, and that, and let me go, So, but I did buy some stuff. I stopped by Goodwill on my birthday, actually. Was it Saturday? Or it might have been Friday. It was Friday, I believe. And I bought this. It's brand new in the box, Shrinky Dinks.
Yeah.
So it's from 2011, but they sell for like $50, and I figured it's the right time for it, Christmas time.
For sure.
So, yeah, it was $5.99, and I also, this was really cheap. It was $1.99, and I know that vintage Peter Rabbit does pretty well, but this is a baby mobile. It's not vintage total. It's not, I mean, it is vintage. It's from 93, but it's not the one from like 70s.
It's cute.
Man,
it's sealed.
Speaking of vintage, my mind like got exploded. Okay, I bought this scale because it was just too damn cool looking, right? This scale.
That's awesome.
That is neat.
Isn't it cool? It's from 1998, and I was like, oh, it's not vintage. I'll have to hang on to it for another couple years. And then I was like, oh, I have to hang on to it for like 2 months, and it's vintage because like 20 years is 98. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh,
that's crazy.
I'm so dead. Like, my brain just went because I was like, oh, I'll have to hang on to it for a couple years, and it'll be vintage. And I'm like, no, it'll be 20 years in like 2 months.
Oh my gosh!
that exploded my mind for real.
So I have to ask you a question, Deb.
Jace.
What is Malcolm doing? I was like going like this earlier. What?
He's standing. He's standing.
Looks like he's humping the wall. Oh, okay.
No, he's standing on top of the shelf.
Okay.
He's standing up there. Because
when you said that about Malcolm, I'm like, who's Malcolm? I was looking in the chat.
No, Malcolm.
Oh no.
That's your giraffe.
Yeah, he's the Pinching Pesos mascot. No, because I put the shelf right here. Malcolm was standing right there. So then I just like moved him up onto there. I gotta put him someplace.
Okay, Deb, I kind of do the same thing you do at thrift stores because, I don't know, you just spend hours or whatever when you decide, I'm not going to waste money and just buy stuff. But what I did the last couple times we've gone, because Steve and I have been racing, basically. We're like, okay, who's going to make more money? We'll have a bet. So last couple times, I've just been throwing stuff in my cart, not looking it up. And then I sit in one place after I've gone through the whole store and gotten what I wanted. And I start looking through this stuff. So the excitement about the item is pretty much worn off by then. So it's more like, look it up for a second. Not interested. Not interested. Yep. So it helps. I mean, it helps a little bit if you want to try that at some point. Just get your cart full with the stuff that are maybes. And then it's just one sitting. You have to look it up.
I decided, I talked about it a couple times. I haven't done like a huge like eBays and bacon about it or anything, but that I was going pretty much my whole goal was to get my business back to mostly parts, small appliances, things that I recognize pretty immediately, as being, hey, I need to buy that,
Yeah.
and away from just so much other stuff, because my goal is by within the, like, I would say the first, half, come on, brain. I was like, the first 6 months, the first half. I was like, that's the same thing, But like by June of next year, I should have my business pretty much 80% automated. And that's my goal. My goal is to be able to just replenish my listings, because I find the same stuff over and over again as far as appliances are concerned, and then leave that little pillow cushion of 20% of like, oh, look at this funky looking scale, oh, look at this thing, but really, because honestly what ends up happening is, because since I buy so many different things, right? I mean, everything from shoes to Plush to this Walkman to that thing, that you end up, A, like you said, losing that excitement for it. And then B, it just takes so long to list one-offs of, I have this one thing, okay, now I'm going to switch over and I'm going to list this blender, and then I'm going to switch over and I'm going to list these boots, and then I'm going to switch. If you look at any of the successful quote-unquote resellers on eBay, they have a system that works for them because it's all repeats. Yeah. Oh, I did all the shirts today. Okay. I did all pants today. Well, that works great. But when you have something like what I've been buying, you can't do that. And it makes it really difficult, It does. So That's what true. So what I want to do is have it pretty much automated, where it's like, oh, look, there's another Cuisinart, chopping system. I already have the listing. All I have to do is update the quantities. That's it. Awesome. Yeah. So that's my plan. We'll see.
Yeah, it's a good plan.
Yeah. I mean, I really want to have it set up where it's mostly like doing merchant fulfilled on Amazon, where it's like, oh, I have this thing. Sell it. Done. Yeah. Speaking of that, I found another Frappuccino maker.
It's so cute and narrow.
It's so sold already. I was $100. I paid $5.99 for it.
Oh my gosh!
Awesome. $100 used, and it was $40 lower than any other price, because I feel really uncomfortable charging over $100 for them, because I feel like the customer's gonna have buyer's remorse, and I don't. And I just, it's my own personal thing. People say that I'm stupid or whatever, but I have a hard time jacking up the price that high.
I agree. And if they look at other solds and they see that they're going for more, they're going to be so thrilled with their jackpot that they just hit. Yeah.
So I paid $5.99 for it, sold it for $100 plus shipping. I'm totally happy, and they're happy. They don't feel like they got ripped off just because. And so it's a feel good feeling for everyone.
Did you get to test it?
Oh, I've had one of these before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted one really bad. I've been picking these up for a couple years. Okay. I wanted one really badly. I bought it for myself. Then I looked it up and was like, ah.
It's exactly like Tonya's earrings.
Yeah. At that time, they were selling for like $60. And then I did one ride-along video that I've done. It's the only one on my channel that I did like a ride-along. And in that video, you actually hear me like running down the aisle. I was like, oh, and then I ran down the aisle because there was one, I could see it. And so I kept it for a while, and then I ended up selling it. And I've probably sold 6 or 7 of them over time. I'm always look on Craigslist, look on Marketplace. They are there.
What's the brand of that one?
It's a Mr. Coffee.
Okay. Let's see it one more time.
Yeah, how would I know that was you said a Frappuccino machine? Or
it says Frappe.
Oh.
Cafe Frappe.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that little.
There's also a Cafe Latte as well.
Do those go for good money too?
They do. But yeah, the Frappe maker, what it does is it automatically brews it. Like it brews coffee in here. And it brews it down into the blender where you already have all of your flavorings and ice and stuff. And as soon as it's done brewing, it goes, woo, and it blends you up Frappuccinos.
That's awesome.
Is that plastic or glass?
Love them. Like the reviews on Amazon, like people are just in love with them. And they stopped making them. I don't know why. So it's like my emotions. I actually found this looking for the Cocomotion because I had oversold a Cocomotion. Because that one right there is dead. It's burnt out. And I didn't know, like, I went to test it, and it was like, roo, roo, and then burnt. And I was like, crud. Now I have to cancel this order. Instead, I, like, totally sent it up to the universe, and I was like, I'm going to find me a Cocomotion today. And I went to Savers, and it was the first thing I saw. It was right there on the shelf next to the Frappuccino machine. And I was
See, that's the power of positive thinking.
I was like, look at this. And I could have totally just walked out of the store spending $10 and sell it, you know, each one of those things, $150, you know.
Oh, my gosh. I'm totally going to look for that. Both of those, actually. I knew about the Cocomotion, but that Frappuccino one. But I'm going to have to test it out for a while, like maybe a week or two.
It scared the hell out of me because I didn't know it was just going to automatically start blending.
Oh.
So you're just there, like I'm just in the kitchen and it's brewing the coffee, and then all of a sudden, whoo! I was like, whoa!
It's about to take off.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, I didn't know that the latte machine was worth anything until somebody on Instagram, I believe. I know it. I think it ended with an L or a Nay. So I don't know if it's a Renee or a Joelle or a Noel or one of them. I could be totally wrong. It's like Paula. No, but found the latte machine, and I didn't even know like that it was actually worth something until I looked it up, and I think she sold it for $100 and something bucks.
Wow.
Used. We're talking used.
That's awesome.
But they're all over, like, I look them up different cities on Marketplace and on Craigslist, and I'm like, oh, why is it 3 hours away? You know, like, there's a couple that are, like, in Bryan, Texas, which is, like, kind of too far, and, yeah. People get all funky when you start asking them to ship you stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'll pay you.
They don't know how to do it. That's the thing. I've tried too on the local apps. It just is not, they don't have stamps. They don't know how to package. They don't know how much things weigh. I don't know. That is tough. I always want people to ship stuff where they're like in LA, which isn't that far, but it takes forever to get there because the traffic is so bad. So it's like, could you just ship that, you know? And they're like, sure. And then, you know, they're never going to do it. They don't know how to get paid. It's just a mess. I hate that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wish that they would, because I've looked up like in the Chicago area for my friend Matt. I'm like, Matt, go get this. You know, I'm like, it's new in the box.
Yeah,
go get it. But yeah.
Tonya, did you say something about Amazon?
I sold that merchant fulfilled on Amazon. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
good.
amazing.
Yeah. It's here. I'll show you. I have the. Hang on. Where is it? Amazon. Okay, so this is the move. This is the listing on Amazon. You can see used right now is $147.
Holy, I had no idea.
Yeah. So, and that's even like the eBay price. The eBay price is like $100.
Tonya's going to thrift stores right after this call's done. She's gone.
If you guys have a good thrift store in your area and they put out good stuff, it is worth your time to make a second or even a third trip back.
The rating is it's 4.5 stars. It has 755 reviews.
That's unusual.
Yeah. Especially on an appliance.
I like that it's 20 ounces too.
Yep. They make some bigger ones.
Is it a glass carafe or is that plastic?
It's plastic.
I bet that carafe would even sell pretty well.
Yeah. Oh, it does.
Smart.
I've sold them. They sell for like $40 if you just want to sell that piece. Yeah. Which I did that by accident a while back. I think y'all heard me talk about it. That I had sold the pitcher, the carafe thing, the blending jar, not knowing that the price had gone up on them because I have a variation listing for these parts for this machine. And so I have everything from like the filter basket to the blending jar to the lid to the actual whole unit. And because it was worth more money that way. well, I didn't realize that the price had shot up, you know, like double what it used to be. And so I felt like a jerk because I sold like the blending jar for like $30 and I could have sold the whole machine for like $125, you know? Yeah.
Well, now when you say you had a multi-variation listing, do you mean you had one listing with each little item that goes to it?
Yeah, for all the parts.
I've never done that.
Yeah, I have a video about it, about how to make a variation listing. Because the reason that works out really well when you have parts like that, because every variation that you...
What about for shipping, though? Because I have them for things like for lip glosses where they're all just a different shade or, you know, something like that. But I've never done it for something that each item weighs something else, you know, different price.
You have to do it free shipping. Like, you're going to have to do it free shipping and put the shipping in price. There isn't a way to do like a variation of shipping.
Okay, that makes sense. And I never do free shipping. That never crossed my mind. So I will try.
That's the only way you can do it.
Okay, I'm going to do it.
Okay, like here, like this, super shooter. This is a variation listing for the super shooter, right? So I have all of these parts available.
That's neat.
Yeah. So
I love that idea.
Yeah,
because then you can just say you've got 3 of this one when you get another one, and you've got perfect.
Exactly what I do. Yeah. So
I knew you guys were going to hit it off.
Huh?
I knew you guys were going to hit it off. Like before Steph knew Deb, I was telling Deb, I was like, yeah, I think you're going to like her. She knows a lot about parts.
Oh, yeah. I'm a parts queen for sure. But it's just, I'm so excited that there's somebody else out there that does them too, because there's a lot of money in parts. A lot. I mean, it often exceeds the value. Yeah. And it's great.
Tons. And you know, when there's like a recession or like things like fall off, the parts business is really good because people don't want to buy new things. They just try to fix what they already have. So it's like, and it's a year-round business. It doesn't really fall off. There's not really a rhyme or reason to it. It's not like, oh, it's not part season. No, it's totally all year, you know?
Yeah.
First quarter, when I was doing parts, first quarter was like my quarter, which is never anybody's quarter, you know?
That's true.
Unless you're in like the diamond ring business and you like really do it up for February, you know, first quarter is not really your quarter.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about last night. So Gary Vaynerchuk released his shoes. They're Kswisses.
Yeah, I saw that.
I felt like a teenager because I was like, I haven't wanted to get any Kswisses since I was like 12. So he released his Kswisses. There's 2 different ones. Here, I can bring them up. And at 11 Central Time, midnight Eastern, they went live. It was impossible to try to get them. The website didn't even work for like 20-something minutes. Like it still just said releasing at midnight. And I'm like, it's been 15 minutes, you know, like, I ended up getting 3 orders in. It took me 3 hours.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yes. This is where I got stupid. Okay.
This is where I got stupid. I love that.
I think every story I tell starts out that way. Like, okay, so I was really dumb and, you know, so I ended up having 2 orders that I placed. They were duplicate orders. The website was so wonky and messed up because I was smart. Okay. Earlier in the day, I went on kswiss.com and I registered for an account.
Yeah.
I put my default shipping information, my default billing address. I was even trying to like save my credit card in there, but Google does that for me, Chrome. And I was ready, right? Well, the website was so just like jacked up. It kept, you know, bad gateway, over and over again. You had to keep refreshing. You get stuff in your cart, refresh. You have to try to put your billing, you know, to hit the continue button for your billing address, refresh. And it would start you over and over again. For some reason, it wouldn't let me change my shipping address, even though it was the default.
What?
Okay. So it was doing my billing and shipping as the same address, which on some of my cards isn't because we moved, right? Mm-hmm. So I had 2 orders that went through shipping to my old house. And then like 2 hours later, I got another order to go through with the right shipping information. And I was like, okay, I'll just cancel the other 2 orders in the morning, you know, whatever. I did get one to go through because I just went through an issue with ordering stuff online. I ordered $1,600 worth of stuff, and then I tried to change my shipping address, and they're like, we can't do that. We have to cancel it. Even though they hadn't processed anything yet. They hadn't done anything yet. It was, you know, nothing had happened with the order, but they wouldn't change the shipping address. So I was like, oh, so I was definitely set that I was going to get this 3rd order through with the proper shipping address, just in case they go, oh, we can't change it. We canceled it, and now they're sold out. Okay. Well, this morning I wake up and I go to look on the Kswiss website, and it's saying like every size was available. Like I could put them in my shopping cart. So I was like, oh, these weren't as successful as I thought they were going to be. You know, maybe I'll just cancel the other orders. I'll place a new order for like, you know, different sizes, 7, 8, 9, 10, because they didn't sell them internationally. You can even order them in Canada. Right? So I was like, that's where my market is. My market's the international market. I have no problem shipping internationally. Done and done. You know, here you go, Japan. You know, like.
Yeah.
And so I call Kswiss. I'm like, hey, I've got these 2 orders that have the wrong shipping address. I did get one to go through that has the right one, so I just need to go ahead and cancel them. They were freaking sold out. I canceled
oh my goodness.
Order. I was like, oh my God. So only one of them got canceled. The other one, because she's like, I was like, yeah, I had a really hard time ordering these last night. She goes, oh, yeah, the website crashed. Doesn't work. And they totally sold out. And I was like, what do you mean they sold out? I just put them in my shopping cart. And she goes, yeah, but when you get to the end to try to pay, it's going to tell you there aren't any. Because our website hasn't been able, it's been so busy that our tech people haven't been able to get it to say sold out. So I'm like, I just canceled a 5-pair order.
You did?
Yes.
Verbally over the phone or the?
Yes. So I ended up getting her, she went ahead and hadn't canceled the other one, so she changed the shipping address. So I have 12 pairs. So at least, I was like, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. She goes, yeah, you're so lucky that you got these because they totally sold out and blah, blah, blah. I was just like, she goes, there's still 1,000 people on the website right now trying to order them and they're not there. You know, like you can't order them.
That's a good sign. That means they're still really valuable then. So,
yeah. So
that's good.
I kept checking eBay last night and I was watching them as they were getting listed and it went from 12 to 25 to 40 to almost like. But yeah.
So what is the deal with the shoes? Chris Pyle said, "Are these magical shoes? What's going on with
They're
shoes?"
Gary Vaynerchuk collabs. So these are 1 pair, and they have the dirt and clouds thing for Gary Vaynerchuk. It's got the hustle, crush it, and all that stuff on the bottom, and his signature on the back. And it was really nice because these shoes, they actually have these shoes, but not with the special stuff on them. There were only a $10 difference between the Gary Vaynerchuk editions and then the actual just Kswiss knit icon ones or knit ones. So it wasn't like they jacked the price up double or anything.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And then the other pair are just a black pair. They have a green inside. Sorry, their website's really slow. And so anyway, they're like a black pair of Kswiss, and they have green insides and the Gary Vaynerchuk on the thing. But I liked these with the bottom. I actually bought myself a pair, but now that they're sold out, I don't know if I'm going to keep them.
There you go. It's the earring thing again.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then freaking Laura from Houston, she posted on there, on Instagram, oh, I hope whoever got those Gary Vaynerchuk shoes used the eBay coupon. And I was like, oh man, I could have totally got $30 off, and all this other stuff. I was like, I screwed this all up. Like,
well, what are they listing for right now? What are people trying to put them up for on eBay?
They are, hang on, eBay Kswiss. I keep spelling Kswiss wrong and putting Kwiss. GaryVee. Okay, there are currently 79 listings. And here, let me show you. There's the black ones. Those are the black ones, which I only bought 2 pairs of the black.
What is sold, Deb?
Well, you got to think that nobody's actually got them yet. Like they're
gonna have some serious dings if they've got 1-day shipping.
Yeah. So here's the 220, 200, 230, 180.
Wow, nice score.
They haven't even shipped. People don't even have them yet. So yeah. But anyway, so I have 12 pairs.
That's exciting.
17, but my stupid self just straight up like canceled an order.
What sizes did you choose, or did you get most of a certain size, or what'd you do?
I have a pair of 10s, a pair of 11s, 4 pairs of 10.5 in the green, 2 pairs of women's 11s, and 2 or 4 pairs of the black ones that are in a 10.5.
Do you already have your drafts made out, Deb?
No.
So when you got women's 11, did you get those because that's all there was left, or is it because you're hoping guys will actually wear them?
I got those because that's a hard size to find as a woman with that wears an 11, because I wear a size 10.5, and which they don't even make a women's 10.5 90% of the time, which really pisses me off, because it's like, what? 11's too big and 10 is too small. Why can't I have a 10.5? You know? So I got the women's 11s because it's just a really difficult size. When they do size runs at the stores, right? They'll only have one in the size run. It'll be, you know, a size run is like 6, 6.5, 7, 7.5, 8, 8.5, 9, 9.5, 10, 11. They'll have one in that whole size run of like 12 shoes.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and bought the 11s because I figured they would be harder to get, which is true because Laura said this morning the women's 8, the women's 9.5 or 8 or something like that was still for sale, like this morning. So it's like, okay, that's not they sold out, but it's like that wasn't as a desirable size.
Or they just had such a overrun on how many they made for that size.
I don't know how many they made. Or
that's
anything,
exciting.
But yeah, Mado was like looking. It was like 2:30 in the morning. Mado came out of the bedroom and was like, I don't know who he thought I was talking to, because I had my phone and I was like refreshing, and I had the laptop and I was like refreshing, trying to get this order to go through with the correct shipping address. And he's like, what are you doing? And I was just like, I'm trying to order these shoes. And he's like, with 2 things, you know? And I was just like, yes, he totally didn't get it. So he was mad at me at like 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds just like something Kurt would say. What are you doing?
Yep. So, but it was kind of exciting. And then this morning I was like, oh, what a waste. I spent all that time getting those shoes. I went to bed at like 3 o'clock in the morning because like my last order went through at like 2:50. I was like, I wasted all that time and they're still all available. And then my stupid self canceled an order because it looked like they were all still available and they were totally sold out.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, what a ding-a-ding.
The thing I love about retail arbitrage is you can always return something if you blew it, you know?
Oh, the first thing I did was look up the Kswiss return policy.
Yeah, that's what's so great about it. You can always, you're like, like Lauren, Hot Chic Thrift, she said to go to the Nordstrom Rack. And so I went for their big, I don't know, they had some big clear the rack sale. And I'm going through all the stuff, and I was trying to find, I didn't find anything. She found a bunch of stuff. But they said over the intercom thing that they've got a 90-day return policy. And I was like, that is a great return policy for a reseller. Just because 90 days, you put it on eBay, if you put it right away, if it's not looking like it's going to sell, just take it back. You know, I love it.
It's very generous.
Yeah. I actually have bought some stuff that had like 6-month return policies, but I don't take things back because I'm just like, look, I bought it. That was my gamble. I'm not going to be that jerk that's there at like day 178. Like, here's this $1,500 worth of stuff that you sold me 6 months ago. I don't want it. You know?
Yeah. At least it's still new with tags. So you're not wearing it for 6 weeks and then returning it.
No, I still do, but it's like from last year.
Yeah. But they do offer that, assuming that they're going to take that risk, and that's the reason that they get you to buy. So
I don't
know. I'm okay with it.
It's just like I would not be able to go back to that location if I was like, here's $2,000 worth of stuff I bought over the spring. You know,
that's true. That's true. But most of the time, they do sell. Like if you got something new with tags and it's something that's kind of scarce, you know, it's going to sell usually. Luckily. So it's just it helps push me over the edge sometimes to buy certain things. So, but I usually keep it too. I usually don't return. I suck at returning. I mean to, but it just doesn't happen a lot.
Everybody forgets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I trick myself into saying like, oh, if it's a bad investment, I can return it, but it's just not something that I've ever done. Like I just don't take things back. I'm just like, I committed to it, and that's just the gamble. It's just the gamble I took. It didn't sell for what I thought. No, well,
Yeah.
It's kind of like, I lost my point. I was going to say something else and then I forgot. I read something and lost my train of thought. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't. It's similar to how you tell yourself it's a tax write-off. You're like, I need a new computer. Oh, it's okay. It's a tax write-off. But you never it's like you don't get that whole benefit, Like it's not like you're getting that whole benefit. You're just like, it's just how you trick yourself into doing something you wouldn't normally do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I can take it back. I won't, but I could.
Right. Yeah.
But, we didn't even do our solds. Do we have time to do solds, or do you got to go, Steph?
I don't have to go. I'm fine. I don't have any solds to show you, though.
Side eye, like how I do.
I'm looking at the chat over here. My chat's on this side. So I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anything, because I hardly ever look at chat on this, so I need to do it. So I'm trying today.
Okay. So here's my solds, and then Tonya, you can do yours.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm sharing myself. Okay. So I don't know if y'all remember me buying these like not that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went ahead and bought new laces from Doc Martin. They're really cheap. I thought they were going to be more expensive. The laces are like $4.
Yeah,
awesome.
That's cheap.
Like the official like boot laces. So anyway, I paid $7.99 for these boots, I think, or $9.99. I know they were less than 10. And then I bought 2 pairs of the laces, one red and one black. And I ended up selling them on best offer for $67. So I thought that was good because they were only listed for a couple of days. So
that's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then I bought this jelly cat when we went to Houston for the Third Coast meetup. I had bought another.
Oh, it's so cute.
I had bought another one, and I remember we were in the Goodwill, and I was like, oh, look, these jelly cats. And I was like, they totally sell. And I sold the other one that I had bought. They were $1.99, and this one sold over the weekend. So $24.95. They're little. They're not very big. They're only 11 inches, so they're pretty small. But yeah, jelly cats, this one had the tag. Jelly cats are normally a pretty good investment. But you can look them up. Some of them are really hard to find and really expensive.
I have never seen one before.
I hadn't either, but the prices fluctuate quite a bit. Like they can be, it's one of those things, it's almost like clothing brands where it's like, oh, it's worth, $2 and this one's worth $500,
Yeah.
But there's a couple of them worth money. Like you see Frederick the Frog here was $139.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This little monkey, the lion, like some of them are just really worth money. So I always pick them up when I see jelly cats. I've never had one that didn't sell. Like even if it was used and didn't have the tag, I haven't had one that I'm like, I still have this jelly cat. Oh, you know. So yeah, I always pick them up. What'd you sell, Tonya?
Okay, let's see.
Probably like $800 books, and then like.
So I have some Amazon sales to share. Some of these are, most of them sold last month. Are you guys seeing them?
No picture.
Yeah.
You're not? No. But you see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Hang on.
Here's the book.
Let me see if I can present you. Okay.
Okay, so here's the book. And I'm pretty sure I only paid 99 cents for this book. And this was one that had no SKU on the backside, right? There's no ISBN. So yeah, always take the time to use the Flow app and check these out because they could be a lot of money.
And you sold that one for $149?
This one sold, what did it sell for? 83, I think. Yeah, 83, 84.
Oh, wow.
And then this one was the same thing. Well, yeah, this one did have a barcode on the back. But still, I didn't pay a lot for this one, maybe $1.99. And it sold for $80.75.
Wow.
And then this one I've probably had for a couple years. The Index of Part Bred Arabians. So it's a book from, look, it's unavailable. Yeah. So it sold for $149, you guys, and I still have 2 more.
Part Bred Arabian what?
Registered internationally as Purebreds, volumes 1 to 1988.
Go
Arabian humans?
No, horses, Goofy.
Oh, sorry. I was like, what the heck are they talking about?
Yeah, I should have
Part
clarified.
bred.
Yeah, horses.
And you have 2
I don't know
more
anything
of them?
about horses.
Yeah, they're like volume 2, 3, and 4. I think I've sold 2 of them now, but I still have 2 left.
Wow.
And so that was my good Amazon sales. Now this one, this not bracelet, it's a necklace rather. I found it in a jewelry jar, I'm pretty sure, and I got a best offer or it was on sale. I can't remember. It sold for $50. So that was really cool. It was marked Czechoslovakia right there. See it? And then this one. Do you remember this one, Deb?
Yes.
Okay, so this one sold for, I think, $44. And I found this in a jewelry jar too.
Wow.
I feel like you have so much feedback. You're going to have like 10,000 feedback by next year, like in 2018.
I hope so.
What color star do you get when it gets 10,000?
I don't know.
Are you selling more of your jewelry on Amazon or on Etsy these days?
eBay.
Or not Amazon, but eBay.
eBay, definitely. I definitely tend to sell more stuff on eBay than I do Etsy. But okay. I don't have near as much inventory listed on Etsy as I do eBay. You know, I'm working on it, and not everything that I sell is going to be vintage, so it doesn't always necessarily get put on Etsy as well. But if it is vintage, I definitely do try to cross-post it and increase my chances, you know, get more eyeballs on the product.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really awesome.
Thanks.
So do we have?
Are you mainly putting?
Go ahead.
Like those books, did you send those into FBA or did you do those merchant fulfilled?
All of those were merchant fulfilled.
Okay. Is your box that you sent one into Amazon last month or whatever, right?
I did. I've had some good sales from it already. I'm excited.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
I sold some brand new sealed board games. And what else have I sold? I think that's about it, and some books. So I'm selling
Deborah,
a
are
few
you going to
things.
send that those 2? You have that game and then that Shrinky Dink and then the mobile. Are you going to send those into Amazon or are you going to do them yourself?
Because this Shrinky Dink has even though it's unopened, it still has the manufacturer tape on it. It has shelfware, so it's not new. I can't sell it on Amazon. I mean, I can, but it wouldn't be sold as new, and it wouldn't get as much money. So
Yeah.
I can just put it on eBay.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Look at this little dog that came in this. It's a pug, and he has a name, but I can't remember it now. I found it doing research. It came in a plush bag, but anyway, he's from Canada. Look at him. But look at his little booty. He has a booty. I thought it was the most adorable thing, but I found him. He actually has a Facebook and everything.
What?
He's called Pugly. Pugly Pug. Yeah, Pugly, like ugly, i.e. Pugly, and Pugly Pug, and he's from Canada. And there's like a whole little following of Pugly people. And but yeah, and he always has his little butt X on everything.
We call that a fudgy star in our house.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
It reminds me, like last night. Okay, so my daughter, she takes horse riding lessons, and I'm so, you know, inquisitive. I want to know everything there is to know about these horses. And so she was getting her horse ready last night, and the horse kept putting up its tail, and I was like, oh, why is he raising up his tail like that? And then like seconds later, I was like, oh, that's why some stuff started falling out, like right there.
Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
That's so cute.
Do you have some solds to share, Steph?
Well, our sales are all like local, so it's so hard to show them, you know?
Do you have any funny stories?
Oh, I know she does.
Oh, I'm sure we do. We, I don't know, we did one sale this morning before the show, and then we've got a few lined up for today later, but I don't know. Well, here, I can at least show you this. If you guys want to see, I looked to see if I still had it, but Steve, since the items are deleted off of eBay or off of that ad yo-yo, I thought it was so funny. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but when he was doing that accent in the other room, oh my gosh, it was so funny. He's just hilarious. He makes me laugh all the time. But let's see if I can get it. Okay, here. Let me see. Oh, I got my ringer off. Okay. Not that one.
Can't hear it. Can't hear him.
And more with an encapsulated mounted base. Dimensioned 3 chords. Riveted handles for strength and stability.
That was him doing Dracula. He's so ridiculous.
He sounded like Ringo Starr.
He is doing Dracula.
Your husband's a weirdo.
I know. He is such a weirdo, but he's so funny. I'm glad kind of you could hear it because that was so funny. But he did several of them, and he's going to continue doing more. So I don't know. He's funny. So if you guys want to try that app, Ad Yo-Yo, and it's videos. So
I wrote it
down.
Fun. I wrote it
down. Try it. We're the only ones in our area at all that are even have anything for sale on there. So I don't know. Does anyone use a Canon? Did we have questions in the chat or anything?
They were asking about cameras, about what cameras we use.
Oh.
And,
right here.
I used to use a Canon.
Oh, right.
I used to use a Canon PowerShot that I loved, and it got lost somewhere in the move. It's in a box somewhere. I can't find it. And I can't use my phone because the light kit gives me bars. Like, it gives me those color bands because of the reaction that it has with the lighting. So I use like a $5 camera that I bought at Savers.
That's what you've been using is a $5 camera?
Yeah.
Cool. Like a digital?
Yeah, it's a Nikon. And then I also have this old Sony CyberShot that I've been using that I bought like 7 years ago.
Perfect.
I've been using that.
Yeah, I used to use a Canon too before I used my iPhone.
I think people over worry about their pictures.
Yes. When we first started doing eBay, we went out and, we did research on cameras and what to get. And we finally found one. I got it on Woot or something. It was a deal of the day sort of thing, deeply discounted, and it was great. But we had this old camera. It took the same pictures. I mean, they're just as great.
People used to ask me all the time, like, oh my God, what camera do you use? Your pictures are so great. And I'm like, a $60 Canon I got on clearance at Target, like.
Well, now all I use is my phone because it just takes better pictures than either of the cameras.
My phone takes beautiful pictures. Beautiful pictures. But not with that light kit. I can't use it with that light kit.
Which do you have that Samsung Galaxy, Deb?
I have a Note 8, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Is that made by Samsung?
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom has one of those, and oh my gosh, her pictures are so much better than my phone.
They're gorgeous pictures. It takes amazing pictures, but I can't use it with the light kit. I would have to just go back to using those shop lights with daylight bulbs that like I used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The chat's been quiet today, huh?
They don't like us. They obviously don't like us.
What the heck?
Oh,
they don't want to talk to us?
All right, do you guys have anything else you want to talk about before we go? We're like, we had the longest show ever.
Yay! And there were just 3 of us.
I know. We could just keep talking if you want to. I don't have to be anywhere until 3. All right, well, I guess we'll go ahead and close out for the day. It was fun seeing you ladies. I miss you all.
Yeah, it was fun. Let's not wait so long next time.
I know, right? All right, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and close out today. If you have any questions that you weren't able to ask, you can go ahead and leave them down in the chat. You can also join the Reseller Stew Facebook page and go put them over there. And other than that, we will see you guys next time. Thanks for joining us. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going to hit the stop broadcast button now at the end.
This one's for real.